Welcome back to my channel. This is Angelica, a brand strategist and an online business coach. I'm super excited for you to be here. And in this video, we're going to talk about 3 things that you might be doing wrong in your brand and you need to fix it right away. So I am definitely looking forward to today's topic because, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of branding, and this is for you even if you already started your business or you just starting your business. These are things that I'm sharing with you today on this video is because I actually did this, and this is why I'm sharing this. So number 1 is that you don't believe it, right? A lot of times we don't believe in our brand, we don't believe in our company, we don't even believe in an offer. So in order for you to really take your business to the next level, you need to believe in what you have to offer. This is a significant event, especially if you're putting an effort to establish a brand and you put in an effort to create an offer. If you don't believe in your own product, you don't believe in your own brand, this is truly going to affect you to really grow in your business. So the number 1 thing I want you to focus is that you need to focus in believing in what you have to offer, believing in your offering, right? Because if you yourself don't believe that this is worthwhile, right, then nobody else will believe, not even your ideal clients. So this is why it's important that you believe in your own brand and you believe in the message that you're carrying for your business. So the first thing I want you to do is to examine your brand, right? I want you to, or the brand that you want to build, I want you to examine and ask yourself this question: do I truly believe in it? Right? Because we want to think of, I always think about branding as the beating heart of your company, right? And then the logos and the visual is like the icing in the cake. So when you are trying to examine your brand, we want to make sure that we are checking with ourselves, do I truly believe in that, right? This is why I put so much emphasis in the niche work, right? Because through your specialty job that you do is where you learn how to share your offer, and you're excited to share what you do, right? And what you offer. Because when you don't know or you're not an expert in an area, it's really hard to talk about it and be enthusiastic about it. It's about being genuinely enthusiastic about your business, about what you're doing, and really eager to share it with the world. So number 2 is believing that if you build it, they will come. This is why I always emphasize people that just because you construct something like a website doesn't guarantee that people are going to come to it and they're going to buy, right? Because how did they even heard about it, right? How did they heard about it? This is where the importance of being visible online comes to play. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying that your website is not important. What I'm saying is that when you're starting your coaching business, it's not the first thing that you should focus on. It's not the key point to focus on. Now, I'm a big believer in having a website. Your website is the branding home base, right? However, when you do not have done the work as far as like who do you serve, who's your ideal client, what's your niche, all of those things need to be very clear before you start doing your website. Because what happens is if you don't have that built, you're gonna have to rebuild the website all over again because it's not talking to your ideal client, it's not pulling in traffic to your website. So it's just something sitting there. So all I like to think about is that you want to focus on knowing exactly who is what is that you do, who is that you serve, what is your niche, who's your ideal client, where does she hang around. Those are the things. The brand foundation is what you need to focus on before you start building a website. Because if you do that, if you do the opposite, you start building a website without knowing the branding foundation of your business, you're gonna have to do it all over again. So after you set up all your brand foundations and you know exactly what you do, who you're serving, your niche, etc., then the next thing is that you want to have a professional photo shoot. Now, you can hire a photographer, and there is a lot of people out there that are willing to do the work for you. Now, you just have to have certain things in place in order for that photo shoot to be successful. And I do have a freebie for you when it comes to that brand photo shoot planner that it's in the link below. You can access to that, and it's going to help you plan your photo shoot for your next photo shoot. Okay, so what I did when I first did my photo shoot is having a brand photo shoot really does change and amplifies and level up your brand online. So I do recommend you to have that. However, if you don't have the budget, you can always get someone to help you with that, and just make sure that you have like a nice background, and you can use your camera phone to do that, guys. There's so many different tools that you can use nowadays, and if you don't have someone to help you, there's always a tripod that you can use to get some photo shoot. But it's important to have some branded photos, and I know as when you're starting off, you might not have the budget for that. However, there's always ways to do this. You can get some decent photo. Just don't let it be selfie, guys. We have so many different tools out there in Amazon that cost $20 or whatever, that you can easily grab a tripod, stand it up so you can take some pictures and it look more professional than actually having a selfie. And number 3 is that you're boring. Yes, I said it. Guys, when we are creating content and we are posting things, we want to make sure that we are invoking some type of emotion to our audience, right? Because if they're not connecting with us on an emotional level, most likely there's going to be a disconnect in there. So we want to make sure that it's more than just beautiful pictures and attractive. They want to see your personality, and they want to see more of you. They want you to share that. You want to share your stories. You want to share things that, so we want to invoke that emotional. So when someone goes and visits your website or is observing some of your material, your content, right? You want them to feel like, ooh, this photo is something I understand, or this is something I require, or your brand must have that emotional component in there that also begins with your story, right? So when they go to the website, they want to see the story of you. They want to understand. They want to feel that connection with you. So when you're building your brand, I want you to also take in consideration, because this is important, to understand your audience, how they feel and think due to the results of your presentation or what you're presenting, because you are the brand, right? Your presentation online needs to connect with your audience on an emotional level. So with that being said, I want you to ask yourself these 2 questions. Number 1, I want you to ask is, what do I want people to think about me? Right? And number 2, I want you to also write, what do I want people to remember me as? Right? This is a two crucial questions that you should ask yourself when we are assessing our brand. As always, thanks so much for supporting my channel. Go ahead and click the button below to get notification of all the videos that I upload weekly on branding, marketing, sales, and how to run your successful business online, and much more. So as I said, I'm super excited, and now that you stayed it to the end of this video, I want to share with you that I have a freebie down in the list below. A brand archetype is actually your brand personality. It's a free workbook that's going to help you walk through the steps that you need in order to develop a personal brand, a personal personality, that it talks about the brand archetypes and how that can help you to really build that strong brand, so then you can really build that emotional connection around your brand. So don't forget to download below your free workbook so you can start in that. I also, in the links below, have a $1 million brand toolbox that is also going to help you build a brand if you haven't done so. And I also giving you down below, it is the brand photo shoot planner that is also going to be able to plan your photo shoot. So I can't wait to see it, and I see you, and thank you for watching my video. See you in the next video. Bye.